Abusiafo aha eye Ghanatube so ensem a ekoso ewo Ghana four corners ni gina no eno na channel we de ebro matenase fefefe mekwa me nsem aba abusiafo entempa ni dimechi na yenkotie nsem bia ekoso ewo omani.
Cabinet took a decision to construct a second gas processing plant. Indeed, since the establishment and commissioning of the first gas processing plant at Atuabo, there hasn't been much investment in our gas sector. There has not been any additional gas processing plant, neither have we increased the pipeline from Ghana Gas's perspective. Indeed, today I had a meeting with the Honorable Minister of Finance, and it turned out that the liquid fuel requirement alone for this year for our thermal plants exceeds $1 billion. That is if we buy distillate fuel, light crude oil, HFO, it takes us to around 1 billion. That is not sustainable. But the catch is that the liquid fuel currently is not part of the tariff structure. And so even as all of us agree that the cost of electricity hits our pockets, the truth is that that 1 billion is not reflected in the current tariff structure. Demand is projected to increase by about 300 megawatts every year. And so next year, your guess is as good as mine. So something ought to be done urgently to address this situation. One of the ways is to address the fuel challenge confronting us as a country. Currently, we have a gas deficit of about 100 MMscf. And so we are compelled to buy very expensive liquid fuels to fill that gap. It's in the light of this that government is taking a bold decision that we construct our own second gas processing plant. That can give us savings of close to $500 million every year. And so in 2 years, the savings from using gas as an alternative to liquid fuels can repay the plant. And we think that the state and Ghana must own that plant. One of the reasons why we are facing serious challenges as a country is because the IPPs are always on our necks and they wouldn't take a breather. So we're going to get our own gas processing plant, increase gas consumption, but also for those who understand this sector, we're going to get what we call the LNGs. Then liquid, the NGLs, the natural gas. When you process the gas, apart from the lean gas, you get LPG, you get condensates, and that also gives you a significant amount of money. Aside that, the gas processing plant is estimated to generate about 1,500 direct and indirect jobs. And so this plant should have been constructed like yesterday. Be that as it may, we are determined to ensure that we construct this gas processing plant.
I've been wondering how life would have been for the Republic of Ghana without the gas processing plant one, the Atuabo gas. In fact, without the Atuabo gas, Ghana would have been in a deep trouble. The fiscal drain, the economic drain, the tariffs that we'll be paying wouldn't have been easy at all. But unfortunately, when we were leaving office in 2016, we had enough gas to be able to power the entire power plant and even excess. But nothing has been done since we left, only for us to return to see a major shortfall in terms of gas supply to power our gas processing plants and our thermal plants. Today, after our exercise, it came to us as a shock that Ghana requires at least $1.1 billion annually to buy light crude oils, heavy fuel oils, and other diesel fuel oils to be able to power our thermal plants. Yet, the consumer is not paying for this kind of fuel. And it means that the Ministry of Finance will have to look for money to fund this amount. And the shortfall is quite a lot. $1.1 billion is today's exchange rate. You are talking about 15 billion. 15 billion cedis. This 15 billion cedis is about 3.5 times the goods and services we use to run the entire government machinery. 3.5 times. And so the problem as we see is far bigger than what the country can accommodate. This simply means that we have to fast track this gas processing plant too. And you are right. 2 years of savings will be enough to repay this gas processing plant. And I'm surprised to hear that the previous administration, after so many years of talk, were unable to begin the process of acquiring a second gas processing plant. Honorable Minister, I want to also use this opportunity to urge the technical committee to expedite action and for us to quickly resolve the concerns that have raised. We need to have a second gas processing plant as soon as possible. And I believe that the technical committee will be able to finish their work in time for us to commission a contractor or a business to be able to build the second gas processing plant. It is so important for our country, so important for our welfare, and so important for the economy to run. And so I want to use this opportunity to thank you for your leadership and to thank the committee members that we are inaugurating them here, and also to urge them that please, enough of the bureaucracy. Let's get to work and let's resolve the issues as soon as possible. I don't know, Minister, if you are giving them some timelines, but I think a month or two should be enough. A month or two should be enough for them to finish their work, and I'm sure you'll be able to.
I'll give them a month.
So if we give you a month, I'm sure, Chair, a month should be enough. Take less tea and a little bit more biscuit, and I'm sure you'll be able to finish this within a matter of 4 weeks, up to a month, so that the steering committee will meet to complete it and submit same to cabinet for approval and parliament where possible also for approval.
Madam Asapa, some would mechi and my quotier and some no with me an opportunity I share views on the issues at our comment section. Now, you better bread again kind Nina Eddie Amor Fair as my messer Musono, Mema away if you sell over subscribing. Now I hate it notification link in the so Eddie Amor Fair after so Mema reviews so be share Nefe it was for aha Ghanatube send them the Modofo snow, Minam Tenase, Eddie, some Sisi Adi, Macamo.